Hey guys, back at the house. Decided to do another video. Hey guys, back at the house. Decided to do another reno update. I think we've done 2 or 3 after the last one, and there's been some. It got slow there for a bit. I was waiting for someone that promised me to come in. I kept waiting, nothing. So I got a new guy here that was recommended. His name is Rui Faria. He just started working on putting in the floor. Seems to be a really nice guy, knows what he's doing. He's done floors before, and I think it's going to be good. And that's what he does. It's his full-time job. He has a small business, and the key to that is that he doesn't have to work just on the weekends. So anyways, I'm going to show you a little bit of the floor. He just started doing it. He had to come in yesterday and line everything. And I just thought, I'll keep sharing these. And a lot of people that are in the position of buying something here or in the Azores or already bought and are thinking of renovating it. I think it's good to see little shots of what's going on. And obviously, I'm not a teacher. I'm not here to teach you how to do construction. I'm the last person to do that. All we can do, Laura and I, is share our experience. And sure, there's times I feel like totally freaking out on camera. I have to hold myself and not to do that. I'll do it behind the scenes. Maybe we'll share some of that footage, some of the bloopers. But anyway, so today, what makes it even better is that, look at the day. I always enjoy doing these videos when I'm here in São Mateus, showing the house, and sometimes there's issues. And when my favorite colors are out, and those are the blue Azorean colors, like you see behind me here. The ocean is just nice and calm today. The sky is just gorgeous. And I'm going to turn around and double bonus is that Pico is uncovered. This just, when things are going good, and you kind of have this nature going around and nice day. It's nice. Well, I think it's about 18 degrees. There's birds, there's cows. I have cows. I'll show you in a minute. They're actually doing some grass cutting here on our other piece of property here. Just makes things better. Obviously, when things are not going so great, it does help, when this. Let me just turn the camera so you can get a better shot. There's actually fishing boats out there. Bit of wind. You're probably going to catch this wind coming. It's just a breeze. And there's my friend, the cow there. There's 2. There's the mother and the daughter. So they just came in yesterday. Nice of green, healthy grass for them. Okay, and might as well pan around, maybe do a close-up of the magic mountain of Pico. I obviously have the privilege, Laura and I, to see the Pico from different angles because we have the family home in Lajes, the most historic village on Pico, and we can see it from here. This is one of the São Mateus is one of the closest places to the base of it. Best of both worlds. Let's take a look to see what the work's been done on the floor. Yeah, actually, if we knew we were going to put the floors, hey, Rui. So if we knew we were going to do the flooring, because this is we kind of going back and forth, and the last decision to do it was after we put this in. But he's taking it out. Looks like look at the process. I'm just now seeing the whole scope of it, how amazing it's going to look. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of it. And obviously we're putting this throughout the whole house, including the extension here. There's a few other things that need to be done before. For example, in here, this is one of the reasons I hold off on the floor. This guy who actually did some work for me at the beginning had been telling me it's only a couple hours. I've been waiting 2, 3, 4 weeks. It was supposed to be done even when we were in Canada. Look, it's to put a drainage for the washing machine for the laundry. So this is what happens sometimes on Pico. On our last video of this reno, the reveal, we are going to answer some questions. We're going to go a little bit more into the problems, the pros and cons, things that happen that you don't like, that I don't like, no one likes, the great things that are great. This wasn't here before. Nuno the Electrical, one of the gems of the Pico Island here, of his amazing electrical. One of the guys that never lets you down. He's always there when you call him. Great work, quick. And he put this in. This is one you don't want to break into the wall. This is going to be a closet, sort of like a pantry with just to put, storage, blankets, that sort of thing. And yeah, instead of breaking all this wall, we decided to put this extra breaker box, and this is the neat way to do it. Nuno did that. So there's going to be flooring all over here. Some of you guys that have already seen our other reno videos, you know that we basically gutted the bathroom and did a new one. For the new ones that are watching, so a new bathroom. Still need to, we ordered some things we're waiting for, like the door, frosted door. There's also going to be flooring in here. All this is so the, you know, for, again, once, look at the pot lights, this is all put in. Pot lights in here. This is all going to be vinyl as well. New doors coming in, new windows for the front. We're waiting for that. And Rui is also going to plug this up. We're going to use the same wood that we had lots of this nice wood that I think it's mahogany. We're going to cover that hole. It's going to be a bedroom. And just so you guys can see, this is going to be a whole glass door. And I just think this is, it's a main bedroom. I can't wait to spend a first night in here, just to come out on a day like today and just take a look at, just kind of take it all in. There's the baby cow. Very nice. They're not afraid of us. I don't want to spook. I'm always careful going by. But what a life, guys, eh? Just enjoy eating this beautiful grass of Pico. I appreciate you guys hanging out, and for some of you that are watching this for the first time, this is our journey on Pico Island. I'm Carlos, and Laura's in Canada right now. She's on her way here 2 weeks from now. And we bought this house 2 years ago and been slowly renovating. A lot of it's been slower than we thought, but you know what? Life is life, and we're just getting along with it. And we also have a website called Pico Holiday Experts, because it's our business is tourism. We are also have a business in Canada that we do packages here to Pico Island and the Azores. All right, so in the next couple of days, I'll be sharing some things with you. Just wanted to show you something here. This is our bathroom. Now, obviously, it looks nice. I had the guy that did this. Unfortunately, he kind of made a little mistake where there's a leak coming in through there. So what I do is I don't keep it on. Unfortunately, yesterday, I didn't turn it off quite well. It was water everywhere. This is sometimes one of the frustrations on Pico. I guess other places too, but I mean, here it just happens quite a bit, where I just think that they tell you they're coming, they never show up, they promise, they don't show up, and this is their mistake. They should have fixed this already. They leave you hanging for a month or two, and it's crazy. It's a little, you know, unnerving. The people that I talk to that either live here or from outside, it doesn't really matter. The bottom line is sometimes they just don't care. That's the problem. It makes me the most frustrated. It's not even to do a bad job or make a mistake. It's the other part where they don't care. And you know, we're trying to be transparent and without totally freaking out and going nuts. And obviously, I'm not going to call names. I'm not going to do that. I just want you to know that, to be aware. And I think it's important if you are thinking of doing a renovation, you need someone to come and do work. That someone's referred you to a good guy and they can't do your job. That's a good thing as far as them telling you. They're not saying, oh, we can do it, and then they can't do it, or they take too long doing it. You need to find the quality guy. And if you have to wait longer, so be it. It's worth waiting than getting a guy that doesn't really care, might not even know the job completely. That's where most of the problems will happen. And we're compiling a lot of notes, so we'll share that maybe at the end with everybody, what we've learned, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Morning, guys. So back to the house here. The last couple has been gorgeous. Look, the sea people are fishing. I mean, it's crazy. As you can hear in the background, it's always music to my ears. This last guy so far has been brilliant. A young guy, I think he's not even 30. And I'm telling you, this started on Tuesday, basically doing the whole flooring for this house, and in between jobs that he needed to do in order to do the flooring, like, and I'll show you in a minute. And doesn't speak English, but communicates very well with me in Portuguese. Takes his time to do the work. Honest worker, and I'm just like, today is started on Tuesday. Today is Thursday morning, and today the whole thing will be done, and including things that he has to do, sewage and some doors, which I'll show you right now. So I know this is what I'm going to show you. Is, you guys, some of you might be thinking, "What? It's just a doorknob, right?" But this doorknob represents this door being broken down and waiting for another guy to do it. And this was about all this stuff, and I couldn't close the hole upstairs that some of you have been watching this already. I've already will see before, or already seen, because we had to close an old staircase so then we can put the flooring, because otherwise we had no way to get in, because this was locked from the inside. No, I just came today and there's the lock. I have a key. I can get in and out. You fix the hinges, brand new hinges. Later, me and Laura are going to kind of just clean this up, paint it. Some things we're going to keep. Right now, we just couldn't afford to put all the windows and doors. They're not cheap. We're going to also fix this. And just to take you upstairs, he's just finishing off the last room here. And then it's just finishing touches, right? Just give you a quick look. The hole was right there, right? Yesterday when I left, there was a hole there. He was doing it. And it's covered. So it's incredible. Pretty much the rest you've seen in yesterday's video. This floor wasn't done yet. Little things are meaning a lot to me here, because it's just taken a while just waiting for people. When they start doing some work and they happen to be panning out, it's nice, you know. It's just very nice. So let's just go here to this side of the window. See, the rest is just going to be finishing off around the edges. So I'll give you another quick look. And I think for inside right now, this is it. He's going to be doing the drainage on that other room, which I'll quickly show you. This is going to be for inside here, the last piece of the puzzle, because the laundry again is going to go here, the dryer, water heater. So he has to basically create a whole drainage to go outside into the drain hole. But after this, this part will be done inside. We can start doing things on the outside. After this is done, the interior, and we're pretty close to getting there. Most of the electricals in, all the plumbing. It's just a matter of waiting for the water heater and things like that. Make sure everything's working. Laura should be here on the 15th. That means about 9 days from now, and we'll assess everything, the next to-do list, and I think we'll be outside. What we can do, what we can't do. Obviously, we have a budget, and we'll probably go over it a little bit. But again, we have to stick close to that. And then what we can't do now, we'll do it after. We'll have to probably start getting some furniture, some appliances that we need. I'm going to get a quote from this guy, because I didn't realize, but he could also do stuff outside, like patio and some walls and all kinds of things. So I'm going to get a quote, because that's the two things that are a priority, would be to add the patio, some walls here, and then me and Laura are going to paint this. There's a guy who's supposed to be coming. We're waiting for him. He didn't come yet to wash the walls, clean it all up, and then we can give him a really good quality paint. And I think me and Laura are going to tackle that. She likes painting. She says it relaxes her. It's starting to relax me too when I do it. And I think we can do a good job. And I think the money that we would spend on someone else can go for something, some other job, really. We got to see what we can do while we're waiting. Sometimes we can do stuff. Obviously, we can only do what we know, or else we have to wait. If it's a worker, in this case, I had to wait for when he was ready, a couple of weeks, and he came. Sure enough, he was here on the day that he said he was. Again, his name is Rui Faria. He works for himself, and he just lives here close to São Mateus. That's it for the reno right now. We'll keep adding the next couple of days as more stuff will be done. If I feel it's right to add to this, I will. And I'll keep you posted. This has nothing to do with the rent. It's more to do with our some of the followers. I got a call 2, 3 days ago, named Isaias and Jessica. She's originally, her parents are from San Miguel, and he's from Argentina, his parents, but they were born in Canada, close to us. They're Mississauga, Toronto area, or in Oakville. And I've been following the channel. Just said, look, I'm going to be on Pico for a couple of days. If you have time, maybe I'd like to buy you lunch. That was pretty much the message. I responded, look, they knew I was doing a lot of things because they do watch the videos, the Reno and all that. I said, look, I think I can do it. I'll be around that area. Sure enough, I could. We met up, and I met them for lunch. And I had more time, and then we actually bumped into another follower, Dale, that bought a house just down the road from us. And we just said, you know what, if you have time, they were just going to wait or kind of chill out a bit. They're going on a tour to the next day, which is today. And I said, look, if you have time, we'll tour you around a little bit on more of this side of the island. And that's what we did. Me and Dale took them. They actually helped us bring some materials here that I was also doing that at the same time. They got to see the house because they kind of saw it from the beginning. They actually saw it when we first bought it. And we just toured around with them, actually had dinner with them as well. And but I'm mentioning this because that's the kind of community that's been creating in the last couple of years. I mean, obviously a lot of people I've met, they're followers, they're always online, they may not even come here, that's okay. But the ones that have come that are just visiting, and the ones that have decided to buy and spend time here, amazing people. I don't have anything negative to say. They're all I guess we're all pretty much like-minded, and that's a good sign because that's why they're here, that's why they're visiting. Some of them have come back often just to visit, some of them have bought here, they're here half a year or even the full year. And I think this is the kind of people that I always like meeting, and I always make the time, Laura and I, and we can't always meet, because sometimes this is real. We're doing, it's crazy. They can vouch for that. They saw us in action. They saw my, sometimes my energy goes way up, and then I just, they saw, the real, pretty much what you guys see here sometimes too. So I do get a little uptight I'm a little high strung. I guess that's the right word for it. But we love being here. We love what we do. And what we're doing, we love sharing, and I just wanted to thank again the followers. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate it. I hope some of this helps. If some of you are thinking of doing something similar, and the ones that just want to visit, I think please, put it on your bucket list. If it's something you thought about at some point, I think it's worthwhile visiting some of the islands, one island, all the islands. Really, it's up to you. And anyways, if you ever have any comments, you just, you know where to reach me. You could email me. You can make a comment on things. So I just wanted to mention it. Nothing to do with the reno, but a lot to do with the channel. Another thing I forgot to mention, and I think has to do with the followers. A part of the tour I was talking about with me and Dale and Jessica and Isaiah, as we wind up in Lige. That's where we had dinner. And we met up with a couple that just came back, followers originally, now they're friends. They actually bought a place here in Pico as well, Charlie and Maggie, and they just were away for 2-3 months. Now they're back here for about a year and a half, and we were there. I just looked around, sitting on the table with Dale, also from the United States, Pennsylvania, here. Maggie and Charlie, Oregon area, they're here, and then Jessica and Isaiah's, they're just visiting right now, but they might be here or on one of the other islands. I just thought it's like meeting in the middle of the Atlantic, but anyways, I thought to mention that because it's just, and I'm originally from here, born here, live in Canada. The mix was just amazing, so I thought I'd mention that as well. Hi guys, welcome back to the Reno here. Today is Saturday. Yesterday was Easter Friday. Happy Easter. Tomorrow's Easter Sunday. Obviously, no one worked yesterday, so the work was back today. We're still continuing with the floor. Most of the flooring, as you saw before, is in. Now it's all about the trim, okay? And the trim is not as straightforward as you think. You might think it's easy, just glue it on the wall. No, the problem is these houses are old. Some of these walls are aligned, some it's not. There's always some different from wall to wall, so I could already see that some of the trim, that's why it needs to be sealed, and I'll show you. And then the question that he had this morning when I got here was if I liked the example he did so far. I had to call Laura, woke her up, but I had to ask. But just take a look here. There's going to be gaps, some more than others. Like, good example is this. See the gap on top? It's also on the floor in some areas. Sometimes it's nice and, against the floor. Sometimes it's a gap like that. So those need to be sealed like this. See here? It uses this white silicone on both the top and the bottom. The question you had for the bottom is if I wanted it to be closer to this color, the floor color. I don't think that would look good because it could never be exactly. You'd have like the white, then that color, and then the color of the floor. It's better white, I think. I asked Laura that, she agrees. And this is the reason why we need to do this, because the walls are not 100% even. There's always these little, like here's another gap. And in order to, for everything to look as good as possible, I mean, the floor could look great, and all of a sudden you don't do this properly. Someone just goes through, does it half-assed, and just kind of continues on. Then you could always tell. And also to cover these gaps, these holes, is also the dust won't get in there, or insects or things like that. So this is I know it takes longer in order to do it properly. So there's big gaps right here, see? Just the way these walls are not even. So that has to be, again, white silicone, and take your time doing it properly. Hey guys, back at the house. This is probably going to be the last installment of this update. There's been, aside from the floor basically being done and so forth, that we've been waiting to get this drain put in for months. And today it's being done, and we're going to take a look at it. So for those of you that I'm learning too, I've never seen anyone do this hole. The guy's been here since 9, so progress has been going very well. It does make a difference when you have someone here that's not just coming in on a Saturday or after hours. He's here during like the whole week, and that's a good worker will make the progress go a lot quicker. Like I can see it where, if you can hire someone to be there during the week, actually more than on the weekend. Let's take a look. Oh, by the way, let's take a look at the ocean before. Look. For those of you that that have been following the channel, I always refer to these colors as the Azorean colors, the Azorean blue and greens. And I think, yep. I don't know, I don't get sick of looking at this. Hopefully you won't either. There's, again, music to my ears. I'm getting the little cap up there, so let's see if we can zoom in. Beautiful. This gives you energy. The lava, the vineyards, the ocean, all the greenery. So I think that's it's important to me, and I think it's important to a lot of people to kind of just stop and look around. I guess smell the weeds, smell the vine. Okay, so let's take a look inside and see what the drain looks like. There. Okay. So here's the drain. This is because of the, okay, the hole's not too bad. This is to drain from the washing machine, clothing washing machine. And if you can see on the outside, it's nice and sunny here too. Hey, Rui. Look at, yeah, so here's what it looks like. See, a little hole on the outside. And from here, it's to, water winds up inside this drainage hole. We'll cover with something smaller than this big. It's going to be a plastic cover, but smaller, like way smaller than that. And then what happens is under here, it drains over to these. See, all around the house you have these drain holes. There's one under there. Oh, just got spooked by this cow here. Yeah, they're still here. They're still here enjoying this beautiful green grass of home. Anyways, another drain. So the water, the idea is to, it basically drains down. This is the final resting place of wastage water. Down there. So it looks like there's a lot of this sewage system in place. I'm gonna have to cut this grass today or tomorrow. But anyways, been happy with the work of Rui. And I'm definitely, from what I've seen so far, I'll definitely refer him. He'll be on our list. For those of you that are coming for the workshop, we're creating a list of you know, workers who we've used in case you buy the house and you're here on Pico and you need work done. And we can refer you to proper people that have, you know, sometimes they start well and it doesn't end well. That's just the way it works. All right, so now my job is to go back to what I call here the Home Depot, Pico Dutra, and I got to return the leftover vinyl. I'm going to keep one box in case things happen, but I'm going to return about 6 of these. They're not cheap, so yeah, the rest is like you just give you a quick glance over. All the trim, the floor trim is on around the house. It's all in place. They just reinforce it with extra glue, and they're going to put some silicone to block all the holes. So great. I just noticed here too there was some holes here. He patched it all up. Oh, that's great. We just have to repaint it. Let's see if he did the one in the back. So this is the kind of work you'd want. He sees something, comes up with a solution for it. He knows it needs to be done, and he just does it. Like right here, I made a hole there. I forgot it was drywall, and I just as I was taking the trim out, bang. All right, okay, I gotta get going, guys. I'll share. Oh, and this, he already replaced the toilet. I don't know if I mentioned that early on this video, but he replaced it. It was broken. See, and he's going to put some silicone around the bottom here. So it's coming along. These little things add up, right? So they have to be done. And he's also the guy that's going to do. He's already give me some. He's going to do the framing of these windows we're not changing. He's going to fix that as well. And I think I'm going to get him to do the painting the outside, because they do painting. He does painting, wash and paint. So, all right, let's get going. Okay, the cow is saying time to cut wall here. Okay, he's going to cut. There we go. Right, so that's pretty much, now at the very beginning when people were telling me how the drains, how they're, you know, cutting wall here, cutting wall there, I know now. That's pretty much what it is. Sometimes it's scary because you think they're cutting everything. In this case, they didn't need to. A little area there with the tubing right here. The plumbing right there. And yeah, that's, he's going to now open this up a little bit more. Let me step back. Being accident prone, you never know. Should be wearing glasses, but I guess sometimes they just don't. That's how they do it. They got the drill, they cut, and then they'll cement it all, which is something I have to remember to pick up on the way from Pico Dutra, so we can patch it back up. And then you won't even notice it's there. Just back from lunch, so right now let's see if the pipe has gone in for the drain. Let's take a look. Yep, looks like, yeah, it's already put it. We'll take a look on the outside, so this gives you an idea. And then from there, that will connect to the back of the washing machine, the laundry. Let's take a look outside. Yep. Okay. So I just bought this as well. That's to go over instead of this huge brick or cement slab. Yeah, he's going to put this, a little bit of cement around it, and that's up to date, it's better. And there's the pipe. So before we saw him cutting it, made it to cut it just enough to have the pipe go in and then drain into the drainage system, septic. And the cement that I just bought is to cover all this. It's like it's not even there. So it's one less thing to do. Cross it off the list. Should have been done a ways ago. And anyway, so on to the next thing. Here's where we're putting the rest of the tiles. Just to finish that off. Should have gone all the way up, but at least over here it'll be more consistent. It's gonna look good. Just a quick recap before leaving today. They put the rest of the tiles in around where the exhaust is. They finished the trim in the extension. It was left to be done. They did the hole, the drain hole. Just needs to be now cemented, and that'll be tomorrow. They'll clean it up tomorrow. So I think for this job, which has to do with the floor and a few other things, it's going to be done tomorrow. Will be the last day. So. Pretty happy with everything. I mean, I can't, based on just having this, what I consider pretty large job with the floors, like it's sometimes the things that take the longest is the trim, like I mentioned before, like from what I'm seeing. I mean, I've been here, just watching, and just so meticulous. There's so many corners and walls, and nothing is completely straight. So this guy's just taking his time doing that. But tomorrow, the drain everything will be ready for the laundry. So when we clean everything up, we'll be able to start getting some appliances in here, and there's still stuff we're waiting for. We'll just keep on waiting. And then we're gonna paint the house on the outside. He's gonna do it as well. And he's gonna obviously wash the walls, make sure everything's very clean, even the balcony surface and the shed. He's gonna just clean as much as possible, so when we paint it, the paint, the work at the end will show better, because the worst thing you can do is, we're going to use some high quality paint, and then not prep properly. I think that's what everyone, even my cousin said, you got to prep, make sure you prep. So this guy does this, that's one of the things he does a lot is paint. And I just thought, instead of me and Laura doing it, probably do a pretty good job, but it still will take longer. And it's not going to be as good probably as someone that's been doing this for a few years. So anyways, that's it for today, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. And I just leave the day with this. It's been an unbelievable day. I've been doing some gardening the whole time this guy's been working here. But look at the day now. It's about 7 o'clock, and it's like, I would say about 19 degrees, or at least feels like 20 maybe. And this is what I call fishing weather. But I'm pretty beat, because there's these weeds is never ending, and there's still lots more to do. I just wanted to get the rough stuff out, so when Laura gets here, we can then make a plan on the landscaping, and it'll be a lot easier. All right, guys. So on that note, até amanhã, se Deus quiser. Hey guys, another great day here on Pico. Look behind me, blue waters again. It's been like this for the last couple of days. A little breezy, but today it's a day off. Here, let me get some light on me. As I mentioned yesterday, Rui, the Reno guy, finished, cleaned it all up. So right now, I'm just back here to check it. I'm not going to do anything today. I might actually, as I mentioned, fishing yesterday. I might just go and just spend 2 or 3 hours. It's been pretty hectic the last week since this guy's been here. Just, it's just one thing after another, that, mostly to do with the reno. I'll take you a quick around just to, we moved this, pretty much cleared this whole place. So I can say, I wanted to check, there's a few things that he did. I want to make sure it's all dried. He put cement on the drainage. So we'll go around quickly before I ending the video. But yesterday, yeah, a couple of things happened. Well, I had a great lunch in this, I already know what I'm going to call this spot. It's going to be called the Pigsty Lounge, the Pigsty Bamboo Lounge. At some point, I was just sitting there having my lunch, and you'll see it. Actually, Laura will put in some of the, just took about a 10-second video there. It was pretty cool. I actually did a post on Facebook, and a lot of people were commenting on it. It was actually pretty funny. Also, I had a bit of bad luck. I had a flat tire. Unbelievable. I was coming back to the house, driving up the land. The two cows were there. I wanted to be extra careful just to avoid them. I go to one side and I actually hear this sound, and I'm like, what is this? I thought I went over some huge cow patty, made a noise of like air or whatever. Got out of the car thinking my car's going to be all full of crap, basically. I get out, nothing. I looked at the tire, a huge hole on it. So thank God the guy here, Rui, is also a bit of a mechanic, because I was trying to get that tire off. It was actually my first flat tire I've ever had. So anyways, I'll take the tire in. Probably have to get a new one, but that was probably the only negative thing I can share with you. And thanks, Rui, for helping me out. Muito obrigado, Rui, para ser mecânico. 10 minutos, mudaste a roda. Obrigado. E obrigado pelo serviço e trabalho que tens feito aqui durante essa semana. Obrigado. Okay, let's turn around, see what's up. Wow, looks weird without anything. I moved all the main furniture. He's already put the caulking, which is like the silicone, around all the edges, because there's a lot of kind of spaces open. This is not the walls. And yeah, it's all done here. A quick run through before finishing for the day and finishing this video. I think I took some shots yesterday. He's finished this here as well, the trim finally. You will come back and do the door and put the doors in, do the trim. And in here too, oh God. Ready for a bed. He's going to be coming back to wash the house. And again, like we mentioned, he's going to paint it. I'll have another list of a few things he can do for us when he has the time, because these little things need to be done. And this is what I wanted to see. Yeah, it looks like it's nice and dry. I'll be able to just when we get the appliances, I'm gonna hook up the washer and dryer. And this is the other area I wanted to see if it was nice and dry. Yep, you feel all this drying pretty good. So then when we paint it, he can, and he's gonna put that cover that I showed yesterday on there. So he's also gonna give me a quote to do the patio on the walls. It's good. You know, it's just, it's been a long haul. I think we've gone over the hump. Now it's just to get these finishing touches. You know, the blue that water is, God, yikes. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to end it. Just want to say thanks for following me and Laura, our Journey on Pico Island channel. Really appreciate it. Again, with these little reno updates, I'm not a teacher. I'm not teaching you how to do, because I really don't know. I have learned a lot, but just so you can see some of the things as we're learning at the same time, how things are done. And obviously we'll continue sharing, passing forward information that we feel is necessary or that we feel comfortable sharing about the labor, about the workers, about the jobs. We're working on one for real estate, not so much just real estate, just about, including real estate, expats. It's just a major, it's crazy how I'm meeting followers now almost every second day. So I've already seen a lot of people coming in the spring. They're coming in, a lot of tourists. So it's a lot of cool things happening. And just want to pass positive forward. It'll be a bit of negative, but I think 99% will be positive. Again, don't forget to like, to subscribe, share the video. When you do that, it makes our channel grow. And I'll see you on the next video, guys. I'm going fishing.